Bahamas. Why couldn't they be independent? So the answer over here is because when you do a Maisa mitzvah, when you do an action of a mitzvah, you're forcing the nefesh Elokis to partner together with your body, with your nefesh Bahamis, in order, because it has to do that to access the body to do the Maisa mitzvah. So therefore, you're doing something to making you've got the Shekhinah coming down not only on your nefesh Elokis, but the Shekhinah is coming down in nefesh Bahamis also, because you tied them together. That's why the action is more important than the Maisa of thinking and talking and learning. Because it is the one that's doing the action. Because if not for that, at the end of the day, it wouldn't happen. So it comes out that the animalistic soul, the Nefesh Bahamis, is a very crucial player to make this mitzvah actually take place. It's the medium that allows the Nefesh HaElokis to also work, because without your body, it wouldn't happen. So that's why it's so choshev for it to be down in this world, and that's why we have a Nefesh Bahamis, and that's why we're a Beinani. So without a mitzvah, even a tzaddik couldn't cause the Shekhinah to rest on his Nefesh Elokis, because at the end of the day, the Nefesh Elokis needs something to identify within it, and it needs to work with something, and that's the body which does the actual mitzvah. V'yaf. Rabbi, I know it's fast, I know we could have gone a bit whatever, but now we're going to ask Lamaisa why the klipa from the animalistic soul over here is the one that needs to be the even though at the end of the day it's not really called kedusha, it's still got the bad klipas, and it is a klipa which is not necessarily a good thing. The iskapion, the kedusha. Said about kochen oyin omein maskimim mitzvatzim nasiyas hamitzvah l'dei eskabus nafshay and a kishav mayach v'shalav alalev. At the end of the day, since it was forced, so to speak, into doing a holy activity, so then the Shekhinah rests automatically on the animalistic soul, on the Nefesh HaBahamis. The Heim B'Shal Zu, B'B'chinas Golus V'Sheina Kanal, Lekach Ein Zu Meniya V'Ashua Shekhinah, I'll go for Odam B'Shal Zu in that case. Right, so the question over here, why is it so important over here to have an animalistic soul for when it comes to a mitzvah? At the end of the day, it is allowed to do it. You're allowing the Nefesh HaBahamis to be included in the light illumination of Hashem. Right, so that's what's going on. It's giving like a glimmer of the Shekhinah over here that goes into it, which automatically spreads into the whole body, because everything becomes sort of makiv, it becomes sort of surrounded. From your head all the way down to your feet. Right? I told when the Gemara says, Sanhedrin, that we have 10 people, the Shekhinah is there, it's the same thing over here. The Shekhinah is now on your whole body because you forced the animalistic soul to do a mitzvah, which means the Shekhinah rests on the Vihine. Kol b'chinas hamshachas or Shekhinah shehi b'chinas gilu or ein soy baruch hu ein mikra shinui chas v'shalom yismar b'levi b'ay kedisa b'Sanhedrin. Dobalei hu mina leRabbi Gamliel. There was a min, apikos, that said to Rabbi Gamliel, Kol be'asor Shekhinah sharia. You say that over 10 people the Shekhinah rests, right? How many Shekhinahs do you have? Kama Shekhinah islahu. Right? So the Gemara says, right? How many Shekhinahs do you have? In other words, the expression of the Shekhinah, he gave it an example of the rays of the sun, right? In other words, it's all coming from one place. But the Maisa, the reality, in the unity, in the Shoirish, in the Makor, it all really is one. So the Baal Tanya is telling us such a modik azach. He's telling us very quickly because it's been long. He's telling us that when a person does a Maisa mitzvah, not only is machshava and his dibur different, because he's utilizing those two garments, he's also utilizing the third garment, which is of course Maisa. And that's what he started off in the beginning. And he says, La soisoi. What's La soisoi to do? It's important to do. And for a Beinani, that's the kasha. Why do we need a Beinani for? What was the purpose? The answer is, his purpose is to take this little bit that he could do, and he merges together the animalistic soul and the divine soul, the Nefesh Elokis and Nefesh Bahamis, something that even a tzaddik without a Maisa mitzvah wouldn't be able to do. And when you do that, you're fulfilling your purpose of being a Beinani. But Hashem tomorrow, B'siyat Shmaya, Perik Lamed Vov.